This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It's Wednesday, February 12th. I'm here with Stephanie, Brandon, Erica. I'm Jeff. Let's jump right in, guys, because we begin tonight with an update on a topic that has the country buzzing. Snoop Dogg is saying sorry to Gayle King. You remember last week he posted a video hurling several insults at her, even telling her to, quote, back off before we come get you. It was all because of a question she had asked former WNBA player Lisa Leslie about Kobe Bryant's 2003 rape case. Snoop has seen the error of his ways, though, and posted a new video just hours ago. Let's take a look.
Two wrongs don't make no right.
So with that being said, Gayle King.
I publicly tore you down by coming at you in a derogatory manner based off of emotions, me being angry at questions that you asked. So I would like to apologize to you publicly for the language that I used and calling you out of your name and just being disrespectful.
Now, if you watch that whole video, Snoop really comes for her. You know what I mean? But again, he even said in his video, I was angry, and I respect him for apologizing at least.
Well, yeah, I think that when you are upset with someone, you don't agree with them, there's a way to handle it. And I think a lot of people felt attacked themselves because then people were afraid to say how they felt about the situation. It's a very fine line that people were walking. But to be so aggressive to this woman, it didn't feel good in my spirit. And I'm glad that he had a talk with his mama, and mama always gets you right.
That's exactly, because you never want to be at the mercy of your own emotions. And
which I struggle with.
We all do.
Everyone
but
does.
When you do that publicly like that and you put it out there, that's something you're going to have to live with for the rest of your life. Not saying that he'll ever host the Oscars, but if, let's say, that opportunity or something like that does come up, what's the first thing they're going to play? That video. And Erica, we talked about, and you did a very job articulating how in the black community there's that whole thing about, you know, people thinking, you know, Oprah and Gayle was trying to black men, bring black men down and all that. But we don't. You lose the conversation once you go straight into being so rude and so vindictive like that. So I'm glad he did, but
I just want to be clear, I never said that about Oprah and Gayle.
No, it was just you were talking about the. I was just trying to use that in context. Because that
I just wanted to be very clear. Very clear.
Oh, I forgot. Oh yeah, I forgot.
You forgot what?
Those are your little buddies. Those Gayle and Oprah.
Don't start with me, Brandon. I'm just saying I didn't say that, and I don't want you putting out there that I did.
Okay.
That's very important.
Brandon's going to be making a Snoop Dogg video after this show.
I do that for Erica all the time. When we get to the dressing room, I do it all the time.
All right, guys. Macaulay Culkin, he's featured in his first cover story in 15 years. The actor sat down with Esquire magazine and opened up about his friendship with Michael Jackson. Macaulay has always said Michael never did anything inappropriate to him, despite other sexual abuse accusations. He said it again in Esquire magazine, and I think people look to Macaulay Culkin for the answer. I should say for whatever answer they want to hear. If they believe Michael Jackson did this, they want Macaulay Culkin to fess up toward it. If they think he didn't do this, they're like, see, Macaulay Culkin never got attacked, Michael Jackson didn't do this. So I think whatever narrative you believe in your head, you look to Macaulay Culkin for the answer.
Well, either narrative, you're absolutely wrong, because in what other situation is it ever okay to ask someone if they are the victim of a sexual assault, sexual abuse, or sexual trauma? Like, that is incredible to think that anybody would be under the scrutiny to be able to be told or bullied into having to say what's happened in their past. That's abusive. So I don't care who we're talking about, it's never okay.
I think you're referring to, he told James Franco in the Esquire magazine, he says James Franco asked him on an airplane about it.
But he's not the only one. People do it all the time. Even when people were reporting the stories, people will infer things. And what other situation, name one other person that it would be okay to do that.
That's what I'm asking you. You think it's okay for a magazine to ask that, or you think that's still like?
I think it's still completely off bounds. Like, you're asking someone to, let's say he was a sexually abused in whatever way by whomever, you're going to out a sexual abuse survivor?
When you say it like that, you're right.
It's
You're right. I
just
see it your way.
inappropriate.
You just got to think, so obviously he's been in the press about this for literally his whole entire life. When he was very young, Michael Jackson was accused back then, and he actually stood up for Michael Jackson.
There were rumors, right?
He was accused, but he was never,
Convicted.
Exactly. There we go.
Exactly.
But yeah, you've got to think. So obviously Macaulay's dealt with this his whole entire life, and he's always stuck to the same story. But again, you've got to think it's never been on his terms. It's when he was called to court. It's when he's been called out in an interview, like Erica said. It's never when he's actually just come forward and just wanted to speak about it. He's made it very, very clear he has no intention of speaking about it, and he doesn't want to. So like Erica said, I think in this situation, it's very difficult, because if someone's asking you these questions, I mean, who knows what happened in that friendship? Only they both know. But I just think if you watch the documentary, I know what I think and how I feel. Doesn't mean I'm right, doesn't mean I'm wrong. But I think, it just, to me, it made me feel very uncomfortable. I saw a very repetitive behavior from lots of different people, lots of different young children, and particularly young boys. And I don't know, I feel bad for him, because like Erica said, I feel as though he's been put in a corner so many times, and if he doesn't want to speak out, if he doesn't want to discuss it, he should never be made to do that, ever.
Right.
Yeah, and it sucks that in that same interview he talked about bombing the audition for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So it sounds like to me, we never hear anything from Macaulay Culkin. So it sounds like he doesn't want to be known or be back into the spotlight in this media firestorm. I think it's something where he wants to book one of those roles. I mean, an Oscar-winning role, and that's what puts him back into that main spotlight. So
I want to read that article just to find out which role he was going out for.
You think Brad Pitt?
I think Brad Pitt.
Really?
I think
he
it's
wasn't
a
going for Brad Pitt.
role.
I don't think it would have been Brad's role, because that was like stunt, action man. Macaulay Culkin, I mean, come on. You're going to blow it and he's going to fall
I think it was a smaller
over.
role, but still,
I think it was probably one of the kids or in the cult. The
guy who was riding the horse.
Oh, one of the Manson
murderers. I reckon he could have played that one. Or the one who got punched by Brad and fell over and broke his face.
Ooh.
I don't know why, but something about him really grinds my gears. I know it's really mean, and everyone loves Home Alone, and let's all hate Stephanie now once again for speaking the truth, but I mean, it's so dull.
You don't like Home Alone?
Oh, it's so boring, and there's like Home Alone 2, 3, whatever.
Wow.
America, come at me. I know everyone's going to be devastated,
You're not allowed to come over to our house. Last night, I went home, and Jordan's laying in the bed with the kids watching Home Alone 2.
Oh, my gosh.
It's not Christmas.
Don't tell me, man. I was like, what's going on in here? All right, so we're going to move on. You know Emily Blunt from hit movies like Devil Wears Prada and A Quiet Place, but did you know she had a bad stutter when she was a kid? She's telling Marie Claire all about it and how acting helped her overcome it. She said in part, there were certain people who like to define me by my stutter. I've probably only now come to realize that everybody has something growing up. That just happened to be my thing. So did you guys have a thing that kind of held you back, maybe when you were younger? I mean, I know mine. I'll kick it off.
What was yours?
This teleprompter, reading out loud in class. When I worked for CBS, I wouldn't use a teleprompter. I would memorize everything because I was so scared of this teleprompter. And now, look at me.
Look
still
at you.
fumbling through it. But yeah, I mean, it is. And to this day, I still deal with it.
What was yours, Brendan? I'm curious to know, seeing as you were like Mr. Popular.
No, I wasn't. I had really bad crooked teeth. My front grill was absolutely done. I'm talking like this tooth right here was like turned sideways. And because my father was a football coach, I was always the new kid because we'd be going to all these new schools all the time. But I think that kind of helped me in a way. Back then, it kind of hurt me because obviously people are going to joke on you, but it also taught me how to deal with criticism, and it also taught me how to come back with something. So when those braces came on, and then the braces came off,
that's where the confidence comes from. That's where the confidence comes from.
Eric, I had braces for 5 years in college.
5 years is a long time.
Did you have something, Steph?
I'm trying to think, you know what, if I'm being really honest, like, I sound so evil today. It's Wednesday. But I think the thing that really bugged me the most when I was younger was literally my brother and sister. Like, I just hated them so much.
Oh, my gosh.
I did.
You are
Now
really
I love
on
them.
one today.
Now they're my best friends, and I literally love them more than anything. My sister actually picked this dress for me today.
See, there
Very
you go.
good.
Back on the right
But when
track.
I
Very
was
cute.
younger, I don't know, I just had like this weird thing. I think I always felt like when my mum and dad had obviously other children, Why did you have other children? Why was I not enough? And that was something that really played on me for years. Throughout my whole life with like, at school, I'm not enough to do this, I'm not enough to do that, all because my mum and dad had other babies.
Wow. Erica, I know, did you have a crutch? Was there one thing that you look back
My
at last?
acne. I started getting acne between 3rd and 4th grade, so I was like the first. And I had acne up until like 10 years ago. But it taught me.
Now look at her.
I know Erica's got the best skin in the world.
But it actually taught me not to make looks the most important thing.
If your skin could talk, it would sound like Brandon London. It'd be very confident in itself.
I was like, I don't know. I think it would sound more like Erica Cobb.
Yeah, of course.
Way to let me down easy right there. Yeah. Thank you.
I love watching.
Set that up like that.
I love watching the roller coaster, and sometimes I'll throw a little jab
Go
in there
watch
myself.
Home Alone 6.
I don't know why you don't love that. DBL is live and coming up. You asked, so we delivered. We're showing you how to make Red Lobster's famous Cheddar Bay biscuits at home in tonight's Copycat Kitchen. But first, it's 2020 and Tupac is still making headlines. Stephanie will tell you why next in What Up Wednesday.
This February, ask the one you love to be mine and get away to a Sandals Resorts luxury included Caribbean vacation. Watch Daily Blast Live every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyblastlive.com/sandals for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night romantic escape for two. The winner will be announced on DBL February 26th. What better way to say be mine?
Welcome back to DBL. Are you not ready for some hot takes about juicy celebrity gossip? Well, you're in luck because it's time for What Up Wednesday. Oh yeah, well the first stop on the What Up World map is LA, where an epidemic is breaking loose. And no, I'm not talking about the coronavirus. It's face tattoos. So that's Amber Rose and Chris Brown on your screen, and Amber's tattooed her kid's name across her forehead, and Chris has got an Air Jordan shoe on his cheek. They've joined joined Cindy Crawford's son, 20-year-old Presley Gerber, in a string of celebs to recently ink their face. Here's what's up. Amber and Chris are not exactly known for their wise decisions. They're no role models, but this takes the biscuit. I mean, if you want to look like a bathroom stall or a desk in detention, go for it. And if you lot at home are thinking, maybe I can pull this look off, the answer is no, you can't. In fact, I'm going to draw my face right now just to prove how stupid it looks. Oh, who am I kidding? I've got to work for my paycheck. I'd lose my bloody job. Next, we're on to the Big Apple, where they're all letting it hang out. And by it, I mean armpit hair. Two dun-dun-duns in this show, so you know it's pretty serious. It's Pit Hair Don't Care for Ashley Graham. Check this out.
For all the ladies out there who did not shave their pits basically their whole pregnancy, or at least till the end, I haven't shaved since my last public appearance, which was Jimmy Fallon.
Bet Jeff would like to give that hairy armpit a lick, wouldn't you, eh? The buxom bombshell just gave birth to a son a month ago, but apparently that also means her razor is the red-headed stepchild. There's no fighting with these follicles. She hasn't groomed since December. So here's what's up. Women have been ripping their unwanted hairs out since the dawn of time, but let's be real, shaving can really be the pits. So if a little bit of time lapses between waxes, all I've got to say is, ladies, if you're going to go ahead and bare the hair, it's all good. And our last stop is in New Mexico. Where could it be? Tupac is alive and thriving? Well, there's a documentary in the works claiming just that. Apparently, this filmmaker believes the legendary rapper knew about the hit job, planted a body double, and then hopped on a plane to New Mexico. He's going to try and convince us when the movie is released next year. Here's what's up. Who is Tupac hanging out with there? Elvis? And why would he choose to live in the desert? If Tupac ends up actually being in New Mexico, I'll eat the sock that Beyonce sent me on air. You heard it here first. So there we go. What do you reckon? Is he alive?
Yes, and he lives at Area 51.
Brandon, that's not in New Mexico.
Yeah, remember that.
It's in Nevada,
Erica was
Brandon.
researching if he lives there.
Yeah, it was.
Is he there?
The east side of Area 51?
Actually, my phone shut down.
Oh, Brandon, darling, that's where the aliens are, in Nevada, my darling. That's not in New Mexico. So if you're off looking over there, you're going to the wrong spot, my love.
Brandon?
Call yourself American. I'm English, and even I know.
But there is an alien in Roswell in New Mexico. That's what he's talking about.
Oh, well, Nevada, Area 51, Tupac, who knows?
Great job, Steph. Coming up on DBL, America can't get enough of Cheddar Bay biscuits, but you don't have to go to Red Lobster to get them. We've got the recipe next in Copycat Kitchen.
There's a new sensation sweeping across social media. And that's the last time I'll be using a pun to talk about the broom challenge. For some reason, people started posting pictures of their brooms. Tens of thousands of brooms. And they were all standing up. Because gravity? Someone tweeted that Monday was a special day, that the moon was aligned just the right way, that brooms could stand perfectly upright on their own. And this was all according to, let me check my notes, NASA? Like famed internet expert Albert Einstein once said, don't believe everything you read online. You can stop posting broom pics. This claim is totally false. First, NASA never actually said this because it's not true. Meteorologist Brad Panovich tweeted a pretty good explanation. One, your broom will do this any day of the year. It has to do with the shape of the bottom, not the earth. Two, the tilt of the earth is always about 23.5 degrees. It never changes. And three, social media makes us do silly stuff. I agree, Brad, and that means this claim is false. Plus, it's not even new. Back in 2012, multiple sites had to debunk the same idea. Anyway, your brooms don't have special powers, and maybe we all have a little too much time on our hands. With your Verify, I'm Jason Puckett.
Can my homemade biscuits pass as Red Lobster's famous Cheddar Bay biscuits? Only one way to find out.
Welcome back to DBL. What's better than a dozen roses for Valentine's Day? I'll tell you, a dozen Cheddar Bay biscuits from Red Lobster. People are so in love with these biscuits, they're actually ordering heart-shaped boxes of them. But who wants to deal with the drive and the lines? Homemade gifts are better anyways. We're teaming up with Grubhub to help you recreate Red Lobster's biscuits in this edition of Copycat Kitchen.
All right, today we're making the famous Red Lobster's Cheddar Bay biscuits. Now, to get started, you're gonna need flour, buttermilk, butter, sugar, baking powder, garlic powder, and salt. Cayenne pepper is optional, and of course, lots and lots of sharp cheddar cheese, baby. Next, line a baking sheet with parchment paper and set it aside. Next, you're gonna mix your flour, baking powder, salt, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, and sugar all together in a bowl. In another bowl, whisk together your buttermilk and your butter. Pour the buttermilk and butter over your flour mixture and stir it up. Don't forget the best part, the cheese. Now you scoop the mixture onto a baking sheet. Next, you want to put your biscuits in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. And for a little Tory extra, mix together some melted butter, some parsley, and some garlic powder. Then brush on top for a little meow. All right, now it's time to put my cooking skills to the test. Can my homemade biscuits pass as Red Lobster's famous Cheddar Bay biscuit? Put your hand out.
Okay.
Here you go. And as much as you
Ooh,
want.
they're warm.
Yeah. Okay, this is column A.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, you like that one. Here's this other one. Little, like an oaky smell, little vanilla. Which one is the real Cheddar Bay biscuits and which one is the Copycat Kitchen?
Wow. After all the times of doing this, I can't tell.
Oh.
I can't tell. You did a good job.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say this one's the real one.
Column B is the real one. Okay,
Yeah.
that's Jeff's choice. All right. Good clean palette, and we're going in.
I smell garlic.
Little garlic. Hard to tell.
Not enough garlic. A is Red Lobster. B is Copycat.
Ooh, very aggressive in your answer. All right, thank you, B. Lund.
Like butter, baby.
Nice. Okay. Okay. I really can't tell.
Oh, yeah! I think it's B, though.
So you think B is the real one? Okay. So far we have Jeff and Erica thought this was the real one. Brandon thought A was the real one. And the answer is... B is the real one!
A was a good copycat,
It was. So there you have it.
It was. That was hard.
Right? Find our copycat recipe at dailyblastlive.com. Now, if you're feeling extra lazy, Erica's just going to leave, you can get Red Lobster's biscuits delivered to your doorstep thanks to Grubhub. It's easy to do. Just download the Grubhub app to your smartphone. You don't even have to change out of your pajamas. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty Blast. Today, we're talking another makeup mistake that most of you are actually doing. It is the nastiest one of all, if you ask me. Yes, my friend, it's using an old, nasty, dirty butt beauty blender. These are terrible for you. Now, they're not always terrible, so let's break it down real quick. You can use beauty blenders, friends. Now, you can use them brand new. They're great that way. Get them a little wet, they help blend out all that full coverage makeup, and it's seamless. Perfect, keep them moving. You can also use beauty blenders if you're washing them occasionally. These are great. They're a great help when you wash them because they're keeping everything sanitary. Now you can buy a liquid cleanser or you can buy the hard cleanser to actually keep these guys nice and clean, and it'll make a world of difference. But the last thing that I want to see you do, my friend, ooh, don't make Jory for the sleigh mad. The last thing that I want to see you do is put this nasty beauty blender right back in your beauty bag and just let it sit there for 2 more weeks until you put on that full coverage makeup again. Whew, you're looking at a makeup artist's nightmare at that point, my friends, because these guys are just a sponge at the end of the day. These are collecting and harvesting bacteria that can be super harmful to your skin. So you know that last time that you broke out, you know the last time that your skin felt kind of weird and it stung a little bit, you know that last time that your makeup just didn't turn out right and it had that murky little brown tint to it? It's not because your makeup's bad, it's not because you have bad skincare, you might check out the skincare videos before, and it's not because like you're just a bad person or anything, it's because you have this nasty, dirty wop, beauty blender in your bag and you're not cleaning it or taking care of yourself. So with that being said, I have 2 things that might help you. Back to square one, clean your beauty blender. That is gonna be the first and only thing that you can really do to help yourself. And the second one is, you can just use disposable sponges instead, guys. Alcone wedges are a great alternative to beauty blenders, and you can throw them out and keep them moving, and they're super cheap. Now, for more beauty blasts, make sure you're checking me out at Jeray for the Slay, or comment down below for what you want to see on the next beauty blast. We'll see you guys next time.
It's true, the presidential race is at the top of the ticket, but there are other, some would say far more important local races that need your vote. Let's connect the dots. First up, County Commission here in Mecklenburg and surrounding counties. These are the folks who make the big decisions about your kid's school, the health department, even your favorite park. Next, the governor's race. Democrats, you've got to decide if you're going to stick with Roy Cooper. Republicans, who do you want in the governor's mansion instead? And the U.S. Senate race. Incumbent Tom Tillis is the odds-on favorite in the primary, but his big challenge will likely come in the general election. There are 5 Democrats to choose from in the primary. Whoever wins, this Senate race will likely be one of the biggest, most expensive races in the country come fall. And that is Connecting the Dots.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Today's Sandals word of the day is boardwalk.
Welcome back to DBL. You like that song?
I'm just jiving, yeah, to Erica's voice and the music. I'm feeling it.
Nice. You got any comments you want to read?
Yeah, I do. Moving onwards. Veronica says, Brandon, sorry, but Area 51 is in Nevada. Remember, that's where Will Smith went in Independence Day.
Yep, thank you.
And Janine says, you guys are like a family. You can argue, but at the end of the day, you can make up. Which is true. We do.
Absolutely. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going
Family?
to say, because Brandon's going to buy me a bottle after this.
Bottle of what?
Vouv.
Ooh, it's fancy stuff.
Crystal, right next
Big fan. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Happy Wednesday.
What is Vouv?